Hi, Cubicle Country. This is Jessica Canty. I am your life and career strategist, here to have another careers and coffee chat with you. I am thrilled about this conversation this morning because it's all about you. We are, as a global community, we are experiencing shifts in our lives, a new reality, grief and loss. And I really want to talk about how our mental health impacts our career aspirations. So, I have a few questions that I want you to ask yourself because I don't know about you all, but I'm looking in my feed and I'm seeing two ends of the spectrum. On one end of the spectrum, I'm seeing people say, quarantine and grind, quarantine and build your business and get a new skill. But on the other end of the spectrum, I'm seeing people say, you know what, it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. And if I don't have a skill mastered, I'm okay. It's hard to face reality with the news on. Welcome. So I want to speak to mental health because you can be on any end of that spectrum where you are grinding and pursuing goals and career goals and lifetime goals and family goals. On the other end of the spectrum where it's hard to brush your teeth in the morning, or it's hard to change your clothes, or you feel like there's a lot of pressure around how you should be spending this time. So I have a couple questions. Welcome. Good morning. Pray up, boss up, goal up. Welcome to our conversation. So I have a couple questions that I want you to ask yourself. And this is truly an introspective work. And then I want you to answer it truthfully for yourself and then ask others around you. As a community, Cubicle Country, I really want you to be aware of your mental health. Why is that? Before I ask the questions, one of the things I want to tell you is that when I work with my clients, in the very beginning of that relationship, I do a mindset hurdles assessment. When we do the one-on-one coaching experience, why is that? Because I understand as a clinical social worker that regardless of how things can be laid out, templates can be given to you, your hand can be held, we can give you the unique experience that will make your career better. If you are dealing with past traumas, current mental mantras that are not serving, if you're dealing with current relationship issues, or if you're dealing with traumas in your past, low self-esteem, all those things can get in the way. It can be a hurdle to your success. And because I love and care about Cubicle Country, I want you all to really ask yourselves these questions. Be okay with the answers, regardless of what they are. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, are you pursuing opportunities or distractions? Are you pursuing opportunities or distractions during this time? Now that can be career related, or it can be if you are one of those people who are doing the live workout classes or live cooking classes, or maybe you are learning a new skill, or maybe you are doing things around the house that you wanted to do and didn't have the time to do previously. But you've got to ask yourself, am I doing this because it's an opportunity to live better? Or am I trying to distract myself from those underlying issues that I'm choosing not to address? Or I'm keeping myself so busy, I want to ignore those underlying issues. So ask yourself, when you are doing your resume, when you are working out in your living room, when you are participating in those live subscription services, am I pursuing an opportunity or a distraction? Is it an opportunity to have some me time? Is it an opportunity just to stop and hit pause? Or is it a distraction from dealing with the fact that we are all experiencing something traumatic? Dealing with the fact that there's some traumas in our own past that are now resurfacing because we have plenty of time with ourselves. So the first question you need to answer is, am I pursuing opportunity? Am I pursuing opportunity or distraction? The second question, I'm going to say it like a job, but I want you to think about it in terms of every realm that you operate in. The question is, do I want to go back to my job? Do I want to go back to my job? Now, because I'm a life and career strategist, who has a passion for helping people go from unfulfilling jobs to dream careers. That's why I said, do I want to go back to my job? But the question you need to ask yourself to expound upon that and all the realms that you're in is, do I want to go back to the relationships I once was in? Do I want to go back to the activities I once participated in? Do I want to go back to the mentality I once had? And it's okay if you say yes, because I want to improve it, or if you say, no, I'm done with that. No, I no longer want to pursue those hobbies. No, I no longer want to be in that work environment. No, I'm feeling like the toxicity is even seeping into my home. Even though it's a toxic work environment and I'm physically not there, that toxicity is bleeding in. No, I don't want to pursue this relationship anymore. Or yes, I want to strengthen this relationship. So ask yourself, do you want to go back, or do you want to remain in all those different realms you're in? Welcome you all. Thank you for joining us. The third question I want you to ask is, what signs is your body sending you? What signs is your body sending you? Now, I've shared that I'm a clinical social worker, and in that, I really believe about the connection between stress and trauma and how it shows up in your body. So what signs is your body currently showing you? Do you find yourself overeating or not eating enough? Do you find yourself sleeping, having sleep troubles, sleeping too much, not sleeping enough, having trouble falling asleep, having trouble staying asleep? Do you find that you're having neck and shoulder pain? Are your migraines exacerbating at this time? Do you find yourself having muscles tired and you haven't exercised? You may be carrying the tension and stress in your body. And unfortunately, stress raises your cortisol levels, raises your adrenaline levels, and it sends messages to your body to lower your immune system because it's working hard. It sends messages to your body that it's not able to focus on healing and repairing the damage. This is not just, hippy dippy information. This is science that has been proven. Check out the ACEs study, the Adverse Childhood Experiences study, that shows the longer we experience trauma, the more likely we are to have risks to our health. That include diabetes, high blood pressure, that include participating in activities that are health risk, or that are risky to our health, like drinking too much or making decisions about safety that are not safety conscious. And unfortunately, it's also led to early death. So you really want to think about, what signs is your body sending you? Like what? Like for me, I realized that my eczema was starting to break out again. That's a sign that my body is sending me that I'm stressed or that I'm not caring for myself. I was getting the neck and shoulder pain. I was the person who was falling asleep, but every 2 hours getting up. I just want to share with you all transparent so you can kind of get what I'm talking about. So you got to ask yourself, what signs is your body sending you? That's connected to our first question about, am I pursuing opportunity or distraction? Your body can tell you, okay, this is opportunity, because you get all those feel good, the dopamine hits that saying, this is what I need to do. But if you're pursuing a distraction, your body is going to say, you know what, you may have mentally told yourself this is an opportunity, but your body would tell you, no, ma'am, no, sir, this is distraction. You're not dealing with something. You are working, you're busy, so that you don't have to deal with those underlying currents, those underlying reasons why you're experiencing this. The other question I want to ask you is, have you sought help? I just taught a class last night, and one of the things I told them is that you want to seek help before help is needed. You want to seek help before help is needed. So in this time, do you have a community you can talk to? Do you think that you need to speak with the therapist? Now, I'm a clinical social worker, so I'm a bit biased, but I always think that it's important to have a healthy connection, someone you can share your thoughts with, someone you can share your struggles with, that aren't going to give you yes, sir answers or immediately reject your thought processes. So I suggest getting a therapist. You don't have to be at the point where you feel like you're experiencing symptoms of depression to get help. You want to seek help before help is needed. But if help is needed, seek it now. One of the beautiful things about therapy is that now you can get it via text message. You can get it just like we're having this conversation over live. You can speak face to face with the therapist. So you want to ask yourself, have you sought help? Now, I can easily tell you, you can seek help for your career through a great career coach. You can seek help for your health and fitness goals by participating with a physical trainer, even virtually. But you really want to ask yourself, have I sought help for the things? Welcome, you all. Have I sought help for those mental health issues that will show up physically? The last question I want you to ask yourself is, am I grieving a loss? As a global community, we are all grieving a loss. And if we are not cognizant or not addressing it, that will show up in the other questions. It'll show up in your body. It'll show up in the fact that you're pursuing distractions instead of opportunities. It'll show up in the fact that you don't feel like you need to get help. We all need to seek help. Maybe it's through prayer. Maybe it's through a friend. Maybe it's through an actual formal connection with the therapist. But as a global community, it will be in denial if we don't say, yes, we are all grieving a loss. Now, the loss may look different for everybody. For some of us, it's a loss of routine. For some of us, it's a loss of alone time. Even though we were hustling and bustling in traffic, we had that time alone. For some of us, it's a loss of connection. You miss your coworkers and seeing them in the building. For some of us, it's a loss of job. Some of us, it's a loss of certainty. But we have all lost something and we are all grieving. The question is, are you grieving in a healthy fashion? So very quickly, I'm gonna ask those questions again. And I really want these to be the questions that you ask yourself when you get off of this conversation. And share this with others, because regardless of where you find yourself on the spectrum of, quarantine and grind, quarantine and build, on the other side, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to work on brushing my teeth today. I'm going to try to work on getting out of the bed before noon. Regardless of where you find yourself on that spectrum, you want to ask yourself these questions, because this is the mental health check that you need in order to pursue your goals. Question number 1, am I pursuing opportunities or distractions? Do I want my job back? Do I want that relationship back? Do I want the same feeling I had within my body when I was pursuing these things? Do I want that back? What signs is your body sending you? Are you getting more headaches? Are you eating too much, eating too little? Are you getting chest pains and feeling anxiety attacks, panic attacks? Number 4, have you sought help? The time to get help is not when you need it. You want to get it before you need it. But if you need the help, get it now. Don't wait. Get help. And the last question is, more so, am I grieving a loss? But what loss am I grieving so that I can address it and get the support that I need? All right, Cubicle Country, it's always a pleasure to chat with you all. And I really hope that you're asking yourself these questions so that you can pursue the next best step to address your answers. I will talk to you all soon.